We are now. We are recording. Yes, we are, because we restarted this 3 times. So, okay. So thank you for reminding me to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the recording with regards to the monkey mind and putting our minds at ease, that we don't have to strive for perfectionism when we're doing our meditations. And that sometimes coming up with a mantra that we can repeat over and over again is going to help us to focus on the mantra rather than focusing on all that monkey chatter that goes on in our heads. And remembering that Natalie taught us a lot about the breathing last week, and being a little bit more mindful of our breathing as we add to our practice and we get more into focusing on quieting the mind. We talked about the possibility of it being akin to being in a crowded room where it's really noisy. Maybe you're a waitress and you're trying to serve tables and it's really distracting because you've got all this noise around you, but you really have to focus on that one person that you're serving. And so after you do it enough times, you eventually learn that the background noise isn't as distracting as what it was. Would that be fair to say?
That was very beautifully said. Thank you, Anne. Very good.
You taught me well. All right, so Natalie Parsons from inspiredself.ca, I want you to take it away.
Perfect, thank you. So, yeah, so let's dive in and find your comfortable seat. I know I'm going to read that. And find my comfortable seated position. And once we're nice and comfortable, gently closing the eyes. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Bring your awareness to your feet, feeling nice and grounded. And also feeling your heart space and into yourself. Putting into the body. And simply noticing that when a thought arises, simply noticing and observing the thought. Knowing that at any moment, you have the ability to create a visual, either placing a thought on a cloud and watching that cloud drift off, or you can visualize yourself standing at the train station. And the train are your thoughts going by. And visualizing yourself walking away from the train, leaving the train station. You can go back to that train at any point, at any time. And then bring your awareness back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And so we'll play just for a moment, experiencing what it feels like to play with these visuals, or perhaps your own visual. any frustrations or feelings of perfection, allowing that to be released as well. Your expectations, releasing those, and the feelings of what this experience should or shouldn't be. And as we tune into the observer, the witness, witnessing, observing, having patience with yourself in this stillness. And then at any moment, you can also come back to your breath. And then I invite you to create an intention, perhaps creating your own mantra. And I'll say my mantra out loud so that we can play in this space for a moment, what it would feel like to give the mind a repeated mantra and see what that feels like. So my mantra that I will say out loud is I am love. And you can either use that or make your own, something that you would like to share with yourself. And perhaps an intention that you can repeat internally in your inner dialogue and see what that feels like. I am love. And simply observing the experience of repeating the mantra without judgment, how that feels. And the next invitation is to visualize a place, whether it be in nature or a building, a place where you feel love to be, perhaps the beach or the forest. And then start focusing on the details when you close your eyes and see that space, see that place. What does that place smell like? Feel like? The colors. What would the texture be if you reached out and touched the visual in front of you? And the quality of the air. And taking a moment to hold space for that visual. And then inviting you to one more fun tool. I like to play with is a contemplation meditation where we actually go in and observe the thought without attaching to the story. If there's something that we're contemplating, perhaps visualizing yourself walking towards the train station and approaching the train of thought and being the witness as those thoughts unfold. Watching them unfold in front of you. Knowing that those thoughts are not you or who you are. You are the observer beyond those thoughts. Simply witnessing the train go by. What does that feel like? Look like? Perhaps there is a sentence or a topic you would like to plug into that train. Without attaching to any thought as being proof, but simply listening. Simply listening. Listening from your heart and inner voice. your inner ears. Bringing your awareness back to breath. Feeling your hands and feet. Feeling support under your feet. Bringing your awareness back into the room. Back into your body. And you can come back into the space, inviting yourself to stay curious and open. Bringing this energy and essence into your thoughts, this calm and peace. And then when you're ready, gently opening the eyes and coming back into your space, into the room. Yes. Give me a moment to come back.
That was a nice time out.
I know. I want to stay there forever.
Absolutely. I don't think we broke up too bad.
Yes. So, as everyone's coming out of their inner self and connecting back, I would love to hear any feedback about your experiences and yeah, and anything you'd like to share, really. If anyone has anything at the moment. I don't know if you do, if you want it to go first, Anne.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of wrap my head around what the experience was. I had an extremely hairy-carry day today. So it definitely I thought it was wonderful that I could go through this with your skillful leadership without me falling asleep, because I have a tendency to fall asleep when I meditate. So it was nice to be sort of in the moment and kind of rolling through it. I don't really remember what place I went to, but I know I went somewhere.
Thing that you don't remember.
No, I don't. Oh, no, I do remember. I remember being, I actually, it was interesting to me because I could see myself. One of my favorite places to be is in the arena where I ride. And it's a very bright emerald green building. And I could see that, and I could smell it, and I could feel the dampness in the air, and I could feel the, the horse's breath, and I mean, everything very, very tactile. I was able to sort of sense all of that. So that was interesting to be able to go through all that. So
yeah, and I find that because within that meditation we covered, a lot of different tools.
I could see that.
Yeah. Typically I would focus on just one of them, but I wanted to showcase the variety for the sake of having us play and get curious with many things.
Right.
And so that one in particular is one of my favorites, because what that does, I find for me, is it really takes me out of the mind and into my experience. And like you said, like you start to really feel it. For me, I go to the beach, so I start to smell the ocean. I can feel the sand. I can, smell the salt water and feel that ocean breeze.
Right.
And I find once I'm in that space, the thoughts and monkey mind just melt away, and I don't even notice that it's melting away because I'm so in my experience of my visual.
No, it was really good. I liked the fact that it was very sensory, you're asking us to see things, smell things, touch things, feel things, what's the texture like, that sort of thing. And it really does cause you to really focus on what you're experiencing rather than, did I remember to do this? Did I send that email? Did I remember, because I thought for sure tonight that would be very difficult for me tonight, given the energy of the day. But I found it much easier than I thought. That was good.
And what about the mantra? Was that a helpful thing for you? Is that something you'd play with again, or how do you play with that one?
I don't know. I used it. I had my own mantra, and I used it. I don't remember continuing with it. It was almost something. It was like a deepening, I guess, is really what it was like. Because when I do hypnosis with people, it's like a deepening technique, right?
Yeah.
So I think that was helpful as far as a deepening technique went, but I don't know that I kept using it because I did fall into the more sensory side of it. I was able to sort of sense what I was feeling, smelling, touching, tasting, all that, right?
And that's interesting, because I find sometimes when I make a decision to go into a mantra meditation, sometimes I say it a few times and then I forget all about it, and I'm just so into the meditation that I forgot I was doing a mantra meditation. So that in itself doesn't even matter, because that's perfect in on its own.
Right. As long as it gets you there.
As long as it gets you there. Right. But it's funny, and then sometimes afterwards I'll come into the meditation going, oh yeah, I was supposed to be counting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. I found that too last week. I mean, I really liked the suggestion that you had given us when we're breathing. One of the suggestions you suggested was think about numbers. So for me, I just went 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So it was breathing in on 1, expanding the 1 almost like a helium balloon, and on 2 it was contracting, and on 1 it expanded, on 2 it contracted. Because if I count too much, then I have to think too much. So
I only count little numbers.
Yeah. It's hard to count past 10,
No, that is too much.
As a numerologist.
I tried 15 once and it was overwhelming.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I don't even like sheep. So, Daniela, how did you experience things? Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Yes, the mantra at the beginning worked nicely, and then suddenly the mantras came in again. But I guess it's practice, and it was interesting how long that I could still just focus on the mantra. So I will definitely people to use that. And then I went to the beach. And that again, I could hold it for some time before the monkeys came back in.
Nice.
Mm,
Nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I can just sit there and listen to the tree frogs and go right into it.
I know. That's what I do before I go to sleep. I listen to them.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's, I know I talk a lot about the tree frogs, but I have to say that one of the lovely things about hearing them is I can tell that you're living in an area that is not too overly run with pesticides. Because I remember in my mom living in Jamaica, and in her community they would spray for mosquitoes, and of course when they sprayed for this, they killed the food for the frogs, and of course the frogs all died. So it took a while before they came back. So that's wonderful to hear that.
Grenada only sprays for the mosquitoes in the very, very tourist places. So I'm not in a very tourist place, so it's fine.
Right.
I mean, the poison they use is horrible. And
Oh, yes.
Like 7 o'clock just before dinner time.
And they're fogging.
Tourists. Yeah, they're fogging.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. It's like, why do you do that?
Right. Well, that's good. I'm glad they sound happy.
Yeah, they are. You have a lot of spiders and all kinds of small little animals, lizards and stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's good ecology.
Right.
So it's a great place to meditate.
Right. That's true. However, it was a bit wet the last few days.
Yeah. Bing Na, how did you make out? Are you still with us? Bing Na's went to sleep. Good meditation.
I turned my audio off.
There you are.
Okay. It was kind of a little bit difficult to quiet down in the beginning, but then, as it progresses, then, it makes it a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm still trying to stabilize. I don't know what's the right word to use it. Maybe I'm looking for a way to let go easier, if that helps.
How can you help with that, Natalie?
Yeah, and it really comes down to practice and exploring. There's so many different techniques and sometimes even listening to music or something auditory will help me as well. But it's really keep on exploring with all those different tools. But yeah, like you said, where it took a couple minutes, sometimes even the length of time. So sometimes there are days where I'll meditate for up to 45 minutes to an hour. And so it goes into a really deep practice. And when you go into those deeper states a little bit more, it makes your shorter practice easier. Not that you have to do an hour every day, but once in a while, exploring with that can really help because it is a practice.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Bing-Na,
okay, thank you.
Bing-Na, have you ever experimented with sound? I'm thinking like
I've done my guided meditation.
Okay.
And yeah, not
singing bowl?
Sound. Okay. No, I've not tried it, but yeah. I'll look into it.
Can
I bring my note, Natalie? My singing bowl for a second?
Yeah, please do. I love singing bowls.
I just want to see how, if this is something that might resonate for possibly Daniela or Bing-Na or yourself. But I know it certainly helps me. Tammy. Right? Did that resonate with anybody?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
And I'll sometimes just go on YouTube and type in singing bowl, and there are so many people that have singing bowl videos on there, and even Spotify. I actually have. If you're on Spotify, you can actually follow me because I do have a meditation list with singing bowls and various ways.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you have the newsletter too.
Yes.
You have a really unique opportunity for the newsletter. And I know Daniela heard about it last week, but Bengna probably doesn't know about it. So share that.
Yeah, so when you sign up for my newsletter, which is on my website, it's at the bottom of every page, letters, and then when you do that, you receive the password for the special part of my website, which is all the free meditations that use that specific password when you sign up for the newsletter, and then you'll receive. I continuously add to the meditation. So I have all these various ones from flute meditations, from playing flute to being in nature to guided meditations, and then so you'll be continuously receiving free meditations.
Just slow down a bit because you're breaking up really badly.
Okay.
So it's guided meditations, movement meditations, movement meditations,
and flute meditations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And what about this amazing program that's coming up?
Yes, I am so very excited to share the New Moon Cycle online workshop. So that will be coming up November 7th. And it's on the new moon. Yay. So we're approaching the full moon for October soon, but then on November 7th for that November new moon, we'll start our journey flowing through an entire moon cycle. And super excited to be offering this 4-week journey that will be very guided through an online Facebook group. We will have a space where we will meet there. I will offer 3 live videos where we will discuss about how to work with the energies of the moon. But the new moon will be going through manifesting and setting our intentions.
Nice.
And doing all sorts of things that will help us connect to our more natural state of being, and really how to work with the moon's energies and how we flow with that. And then we'll meet again for our full moon and do some deep releasing, some transformations. And there's also a beautiful workbook that will be provided as well, so that you can continue to work with the moon cycles and everything that we've covered in the journey on your own, even after the journey. So you'll have that support to move forward and build upon your own practice in your own way of working with the essence of the moon cycles.
And it's nice to do it over a 4-week period. That's awesome.
Absolutely, because it'll really break it down as to the essence of each and every phase cycle, and how to really work and maximize with those energies. And I'm so excited to share that.
Perfect. So where do they sign up?
Yeah, so they can sign up on my website. There's a section that's called Journey, and you can click on Journey, and the registration is right there on the landing page. And so when you register, that's when you'll receive your email as to all the details. And if you have any question, you can definitely, anyone can reach out to me via Facebook or email as well.
And it's a 4-week program for just $33.
For $33, yes.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's great.
I think
the timing of this too, because we're all transitioning from the 2, the universal year of 11, which equates back to the 2, which is about slow and steady wins the race kind of. We've all been kind of held back, sort of just sort of held back so that we haven't been able to really become ourselves and step into ourselves and do what we want to do, because we're supposed to be just sitting back, resting and restoring, because next year they're going to shoot us out of a cannon. So it's really going to be nice for everybody to be really well prepared as we move into a year of expansion, you know, and creativity. So I think your timing for this is really brilliant.
Yeah, and I like how you worded that, because that's exactly what I was feeling in the creation of this program. You know, or I should say expanding of what I was already offering. It was very called mostly for myself. Like you say, when you're feeling selfish, I was like, I want this journey for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry guys, but it really was all about me tonight.
And I thought I'd share it too. It's so nice to hold the space with others.
Yeah.
So
next week, what are we talking about?
Pardon?
Next week, what's our topic next week?
So next week, I am so excited. Oh my God, my piece of paper's over there. I'll
give you a little hint.
I'm like, it's been a long.
We're going to be meditating in unusual places.
That's it. I'm gonna go back. I'm like, oh, when you said it's been a day, I've had a busy day too.
So that's awesome. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's basically helping us to know that you can be on a bus, a train, or plane, or an automobile, and you're still going to be able to meditate in all those places. So you'll be assisting us to figure that all out. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that, because I do that all the time. When I'm on the bus, I'm deep in my zone.
Yeah.
I love getting there and being in that space, in those unusual places. So
yeah,
we're excited for next week.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to it as well. So thanks for joining us again, Daniela. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you guys. That was great. Thank you both so much.
Awesome. Great to have a time out with all of you. And Beng Na, it was so nice to meet you and to have you in our space as well. I hope that you'll be able to join us again next week, and hopefully the internet gods will be a little bit kinder in terms of our connection. Yeah. We'll put it out there that we will be better connected.
Well, thank you so much, Anne and Natalie.
Yes.
Appreciate the session.
I'm so glad that you made it. And if you've got any questions whatsoever, I mean, I feel quite confident that Natalie will be happy to answer them for you. Just drop her a message on her website at inspiredself.ca.
Absolutely.
So that's it. That's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much again. And we do look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, let's try to practice what we've learned tonight and keep building on it. And practice makes almost perfect, although we know we're not striving for perfection. We're striving for something a little bit better than we started with. So I'm glad to be on this journey with you. So take care. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.